You want?
All right, all praises to your
I
house.
was Sim, I was trying.
That will honor apostles, elders, Akim, great millstone here and abroad. Same doctrine in faith, sincerity, and in truth. All right? Prophesying the word of Yahweh by outside, the Most High and His Son. Whom the world ignorantly calls God. And Jesus Christ. Okay? We are the Hebrew Israelites. The Hebrew Israelites are the people of the Most High. So-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, natives, so-called Hispanics, all right, so-called Native Americans, so-called Mexicans, right? Okay? We are the biblical Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites. This is not a color thing, it is a nationality thing. The nationality of the Lord, when you call Jesus Christ ignorantly or erroneously, is the so-called black man. He said he came from the tribe of Judah. The tribe of Judah is dark skin. All right? And the Hebrew for dark, man. Okay? The so-called white man, if you call the white man, the Caucasian, he's the Edomite, according to the Bible. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, right? If you believe in the word of the Lord, you believe in the higher power according to not your feelings, not your emotions, but according to the word, you need to repent. Because the kingdom of Yahweh is at hand, man. If you don't repent, you're going to die. You're going to die with the so-called white man. You're going to die with these other nations. Thank you. You're right. Thank you. All right? Go ahead, brother.
Zechariah 3 verse 10. Therefore wait ye upon me, says the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prayer.
One more time.
Zechariah 3 verse 10. Therefore wait upon me, says the Lord.
The Lord said, therefore wait ye upon me. That's what we're out here doing. We're out here waiting upon Yahweh while Yahweh shines. The true name of the Most High and His Son. Alright, we're not waiting for the next year to come. Alright, we're not waiting to continually be in this messed up society of faggots, lesbians, and transgenders, alright, and wickedness being pushed out here. What we're waiting on is the righteousness of Yahweh Shai. With a law, alright, which is good, is going to be enforced, and the law is going to be partaken of on the earth and executed on upon the earth, which it is not right now, right? Under the what? The rulership of the so-called white man, the Edomite. So we're waiting on the Lord. And what do we see while waiting on the Lord?
For my determination is to gather the nations.
The Lord said His determination is to gather the nations. We seeing what? Iran. We're seeing Russia. We're seeing China. Different superpowers, or different, as the scriptures say, I can say high hills. Different high hills in the scriptures dealing with high government. High lower governments under a bigger government. The biggest government that the so-called white man or that the world knows is America, man. China is one of them high hills. Russia is a mountain in itself. Okay? North Korea is a high hill. Iran is a high hill. These are countries, as we speak, are coming against America and its policy. Okay? See, this world that's ran under the so-called white man is ran by wicked policy. policies that don't are going according to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. So the Lord said, his determination is to gather the nations. The nations that we just mentioned. Russia, which they're counterparts of the Americans, because they're so-called white people as well. Israel, they're contemporaries of the so-called Americans as well. They're of the same nation biblically. But then you've got the Gooks, as I call them, the Chinese and the Japanese. You got the Iranians, which are Elam according to the Bible, and they got their different families. They got their different families, right? The Pakistanis, the East Indians, right? Biblically, they're known as Elamites. Iran is the ancient Persians. You got North Korea, South Korea. They fall under the nationality of Moab. You got Ammon, which is the Japanese. Okay, these are the nations. The water. And then you got the so-called Arabs. The Arabs are Ishmael. These are the nations that are involved. They're involved with what? They're involved with coming against America. Read out.
That I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation.
So what? No, to assemble the kingdom, come on, man. To assemble the kingdom, to pour upon them mine indignation. This is God speaking. This is the Most High speaking. We're not coming out of the words of our opinion. We're not coming out of our own mind. We're not coming to you, all right, telling you what we think is going to happen. We're coming to you out of the Bible, out of the word of the Lord. Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And he said he's going to send indignation, righteous anger upon these nations, man. What is that? Thermonuclear fire. Thermonuclear fire is what Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai has in store for America. What he has in store for certain capital cities of the different world, different nations out there. You know, you got Germany, that's Berlin, right? You got Japan, right? What is the main city of Japan?
Tokyo.
Tokyo, right? You got China, Hong Kong, and Shanghai, because they're separated amongst themselves, right? You got Russia, Moscow, all right, and there's another one too as well in Russia.
Kremlin?
Huh?
No, it's like,
Don't worry about it.
yeah, I forgot.
There's another one, I forget the actual name of it. But you got these different stronghold cities in these major countries. Iran, you got Tehran, right? So this is what the indignation of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to come upon, man. By thermonuclear fire. All right, Isaiah 13 and 5, right? Let's get that real quick. Because this is the indignation that Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to send, all right, upon the nations, beginning with Esau. Isaiah 13 verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation. What is that? Thermonuclear missiles. Okay? Thermonuclear missiles is the weapons of the Most High's indignation. Nuclear destruction.
And the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
And the weapons of his what?
of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
That's beautiful, man. I'll read that again. Where it says what? Indignation. Go ahead.
To pour upon them my indignation, even on my fierce anger, for all the earth shall devour the fire of my jealousy.
All the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy, saith Yahweh Shai. The weapon of his indignation is going to bring fire upon those, upon the earth. This is what we're speaking about here. We're speaking about the word of Yahweh Shai, man. The Lord is going to destroy America. Yahweh Shai is going to destroy America with nuclear destruction. Read,
Isaiah chapter 34, verse 2, for the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations.
the Lord said his indignation is upon all nations. His righteous anger is upon all nations. Where do we find righteousness? Do you find it amongst America? Do you find it amongst China? Do you find it amongst Russia, North Korea, Iran? You don't find righteousness there. Why? Because the Most High is not dealing with them. The Most High is dealing with Israel, and the Israelites were given the law, statutes, and commandments out of this Bible. Don't you know you got homos over there in Russia? You got homos over there in Iran? You got homos over there in North Korea? Homosexual, so-called, man. Sodomites. All of these nations are wicked in the eyes of the Lord. They're not carrying out the law of the Lord. They wasn't given the law of the Lord. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans were. But you ain't following the law of the Lord either. So this is why the destruction is coming, man. The Lord's going to destroy you niggas. At least you repent. 1/3 of you. Read.
And his fury upon all their armies, yet only destroy them, yet deliver them to the slaughter.
The Lord said he's going to deliver you to the slaughter, man. The Lord, the Most High God, said he's going to deliver the people of the earth to slaughter. You see? What does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean God is going to come from the skies wearing, with lollipops and bunnies and love and hugs and kisses for everybody? The Lord is not about what you've been taught in Christianity or your Christian church. The scriptures talk about the Lord's indignation, his anger for not doing according to his word. Look at the damn Vatican. Look at the Roman Catholic Church. They're no more pedophilia. They have been constantly, all right, accused and brought up on charges of child sexual abuse in the Roman Catholic Church. Is that righteous according to the Bible? Hell no, it's not right. But this is the institution and the religion that the world is ran by. So what's going to happen? The Lord's going to send judgment upon it. He's going to destroy it. You got something about it?
Yeah, go right on what you say. No, this is Revelation chapter 16, verse 16. And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. That's talking about out there in the Middle East, right? The brother just read it out of the scripture that the Lord is going to send them to the slaughter. Where's the slaughter? Out there in the Middle East. Now, just this past week, you had the United States, President Trump, right? He said he was going to send 120,000 troops out there to the Persian Gulf region, man. All right? So what that means? That's showing you that more than likely there's going to be a draft set up, man. right? And all you dummies that want to go join the so-called white man's army, you're going to be destroyed, man. All right? All you idiots out there that want to join the U.S. Armed Forces, they're going to send you out there. They're going to deploy you out there to the Middle East to be destroyed, man. All right? We reading it. I'll read it again. Revelation 16 and 16. And he gathered them together into a place called, in the Hebrew tongue, Armageddon. All right? Now, how do you pronounce that in the Lashawan for God? Armageddon, which means mountain of truth. Okay? And where are all the troops being gathered at? Out there in the Middle East. Countries like Iran, countries like Saudi Arabia, Syria, all right, Lebanon, Iraq, Afghanistan, that whole Middle Eastern region. That's the Armageddon, man. All right? So prophecy is unfolding right before your eyes, man. And what is the Lord going to do out there? He's going to slaughter all them armies, man. He's going to slaughter the U.S. Armed Forces, the NATO forces, and any other standing army out there in that region, man. All right? Good enough.
Joel chapter 3, verse 2. I will also gather all nations. I will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Yeah, why? Why? Because Israel is the nation that the Most High chose.
So-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans, Native, indigenous to the North, Central, and South America.
You were slaughtered, all right, by the other nations. You were slaughtered by the so-called white man first and foremost. And then the other nations swallowed you up. And now you're like a vessel where therein is no pleasure. All right? So what's going to happen is the Most High is going to bring you back, 1/3 of you, all right? And he's going to allow you to get vengeance on your enemies, man. Those that did these atrocities unto your people. Okay? Can you read that again? Joel chapter 3, verse 2. I will also gather all nations. I will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel. Plead with them there for my people. Why? Because let's get Isaiah 66 and 15, brother. Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. So we're going to see how the Lord's going to plead in these times of judgment, man.
This is Isaiah 6, verse 50. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger and fury, and to rebuke flames of fire.
One more time.
Isaiah 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Come on, read on.
Verse 16, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord lead with all flesh.
But what? For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
Right. Read that, Joel, back in Joel, chapter 3, verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Let the cause thy mighty ones come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
That's it. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So the Lord's going to plead with all flesh. He's going to plead, all right, his cause for his people by bringing a sword, by bringing fire. That sword is prophetically the nuclear missile, man. That's the intercontinental ballistic missile, man. It's gonna burn up the land and the people therein, man. Okay? This is what the scriptures is talking about. This is what the Lord is talking about. Okay?
So, this is St. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
And called Jesus Christ, all right? And it's already known for a fact, all right, amongst the scholars, the top scholars of the world, that when the Lord walked, when you called Jesus walked on the earth over 2,000 years ago, there was no such thing as the letter J. So his name wouldn't even been Jesus, as you call him today, man. But he was a Hebrew, man. And his name was Hebrew. And in that name translated into Hebrew, it's not Jesus. Alright? If you say it in the Greek, even in the Greek language, it's not Jesus. It's the Jesus. But going back further to the original origin of that name, in the Hebrew is Yahushua, man. That's what he said. I come not to send peace on earth, but a sword. Okay? That's how the Lord is coming back. Yahushua is coming back with a sword. And that sword is going to be reminiscent to nuclear missiles and fire coming from chariots, so-called UFOs. That's how the Lord's coming back. You got something to my one?
This is on Nahum 3:3. The horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear.
One more time.
All right. The horseman
Read it. Call out the scripture and read it.
All right. This is Nahum 3:3.
Nahum chapter 3, verse 3. We're reading out of this Bible here. Read.
The horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear.
It says the horseman, man. What is a horseman? All right? A man on a horse, right? A man on the horse.
Horse represents power. So that man on the horse has power. Right? So who's the man on the horse in this time right now that we live in? Who has power? Who's the man that has power on the earth? The so-called white man, the Edomite. And guess what? His blessing was the sword.
So you can't get around this, man.
Read, huh?
And there was a multitude of slain. And so read that whole thing again.
It's Nahum 3:3. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword.
The bright sword. Hold on, it said that they lift up the high sword. What is a high sword, man? All right?
Hey, prophetically, it's dealing with what? Abraham, Esau, and the Iranian club. The smith that blow up the coals in the fire. That's what it's dealing with. It's dealing with men on the earth that the Most High gave the knowledge and understanding to build a nuclear missile. That's what it's talking about. That's what the high sword is. Because guess what? When these missiles fly, they're going to be high in the sky, baby. They're going to come into the atmosphere, come back in the atmosphere, and they're going to let loose some more heads, man. The high sword. Read. All right, and the glittering spear.
Go ahead.
Nahum 3:3. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear. And there is a multitude of slain.
And there is
A multitude of slain. How is that going to happen? Because when the glittering sword and the high sword comes and does the damage, people are going to die behind that. You're going to be burnt up behind that. You understand? This is through thermonuclear fire. You understand? This is what the scriptures is talking about. Read.
Alright?
And a great number of prophecies.
And a what?
And a great number of prophecies.
What does it say right here in Isaiah 66 and 16? It says, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. Okay? You ain't getting around the judgment of the Lord.
Man. It's either you're going to be delivered or you're going to be destroyed. That's what we out here telling you people. See, Israel is the main focus. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, indigenous to North, Central, and South America. Those that repent, that'll be elect of the Lord, you're going to be delivered. But those that don't repent and aren't the elect are going to be destroyed, man. That's what we're talking about here, man. Breathe.
And there is none in of their corpses.
There's none in of their corpses. Because why? It's going to be a great slaughter, like the scripture said.
They stumble upon their corpses.
Go ahead.
Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlots.
Woo! Man, that hits like a, I don't know what, man. It said, this is why it's coming.
Because of the what, brother?
Because of the multitude.
Sorry, brother, take your time.
Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlots.
It said this is going to happen because of the multitude of the whoredom of the well-favored harlot. Do you know what that's talking about? That's talking about America. That's talking about the so-called white man pushing out this faggot, lesbian, transgender bullshit, wickedness. That's the multitude of the whoredom of the well-favored harlot. And you are in it. Right? You worshiping Caesar Borgia? Guess what? That's part of the multitude of the whoredom of the Lord. The Lord is not a so-called white man. The Lord is not all about everybody coming together
And holding hands. The Lord is about righteousness, man. And the so-called white man, he does not execute righteousness. He's about the truth, man. The so-called white man is a damn devil. He's a liar. And you believe that he's Jesus, you're going to die with him.
Right. Come on.
Please.
Right. The mistress of witchcraft.
So what?
The mistress of witchcraft.
You believe Jesus Cristo is Blanco? You under a witchcraft spell. You're going to be destroyed by the Lord. You understand that? Please.
That selling nations through a water. And families through a witchcraft.
And this is where majority of you tribes fall under. And this is where a lot of you, this is where the nation of Israel finds itself. You find yourself in Christianity. You find yourself in Islam. You find yourself in Buddhism. You find yourself in Hinduism. You find yourself in all other religions of the earth other than the scriptures.
other than what's written in this Bible.
Alright? If you don't acknowledge Yahweh Shai in sincerity and in truth, teaching the word as it is written, you're going to be destroyed. Good. Got something? Good. Isaiah 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. I created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. That smith is what? A weapon maker, bro. A weapon maker. Alright? We know that Esau, the so-called white man, he was blessed with the sword. So therefore, he would be that smith on the earth. Look at the military, man. Look at the militaries of the earth. Yeah, America first, but then look at Germany. Alright? Look at Russia. Okay? Look at Britain. Okay? Look at every week they bombing Gaza and Syria. Right? They got nuclear weapons too, but they don't like to talk about it. Man. But yet they wanna get on our line for developing their nuclear arsenal, man. You know, but it all starts with Esau first, man. That was his work. Russia was his sport. Nuclear missiles, watch the military cameras. See all that little shit that Esau like. You know, all the nuclear, all the brand new assault rifles. You know, any method of destruction, germ warfare, they call them all. Germ warfare, anything destructive, man. That's what Esau is about. You know? And we told you that in Revelation, the 6th chapter, about the red horse, right? All right? His blessing was a great spoil, man. You know? And it's talking about Esau and the Edomites. You know?
And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waste to destroy.
Right, so the Smith represents the German scientist, man. All right? And the Lord Yahweh Shai has used these German scientists to bring forth the weapons of his indignation. So the thermonuclear missiles, man. Okay? Yes, Jeremiah.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5. They come from a far country.
Right, so those ICBM nuclear missiles, they're going to come from a far country. From countries such as Russia, China, Iran. All right, they're going to come from a far country from one end of the earth. All right, all the way up into the atmosphere, all the way over here to America, man. Babylon the Great. Okay?
It says, they come from a far country,
Right?
from the end of heaven,
Right?
even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation.
Right, so those ICBM nuclear missiles are the weapons of the Lord's indignation, man. All right? And those weapons weren't created for nothing, man. They weren't created to just sit there in the silos. All right? Which represents the bow. And the missiles represent the arrows. They were made to be used to destroy America. Babylon the Great. Okay?
To destroy the whole land.
Right, to destroy the whole land of America. And how long is it going to take for 200 million ICBM nuclear missiles to destroy the whole land of America? 1 hour. Like it tells you in Revelation, the 18th chapter, the 17th verse.
This is Jeremiah 50, verse 25.
Right, so now we know that the Lord Yahweh Shai created the smith, all right, that blows the coals in the fire to bring forth, all right, an instrument for his work, which are the ICBM nuclear missiles. All right, these weapons are known as the weapons of the Lord's indignation. All right.
Jeremiah 50, verse 25. The Lord has opened his armor.
Right, so the Lord Yahweh Shai has opened up his arms. How? By putting his spirit upon these different nations to use those ICBM nuclear missiles, man. All right. And the armory represents the silos, because the armory is a place where you keep armory, weapons, man. All right. You may keep a bow and an arrow, a sword, a shield. All right, but the weapons within the armories, which represent the silos, are the ICBM nuclear missiles, man. All right. Right.
With a missile sword on.
Right. And to prove that real quick, Job 20th chapter, read on there.
Jeremiah 50, verse 25. The Lord has opened his armor and has brought forth the weapons of his indignation.
Right.
For this is the work of the Lord, God of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans.
Right, and the work of the Heavenly Father Yahweh Shai that's going to be done in the land of the Chaldeans, which is America, is total destruction of the whole land, as we have just read in Isaiah the 13th chapter, man, by way of thermonuclear fire. All right?
Job chapter 20, verse 22. Job chapter 20, verse 25. It is drawn and cometh out of the body.
Right, so it is drawn. All right? The ICBM nuclear missiles, they are drawn from the armory of the Heavenly Father Yahweh Shai, which represents nuclear silos, man. All right, then we just read in Isaiah 54, verse 16, that the smith made these ICBM nuclear missiles for the Heavenly Father Yahweh Shai. All right, and for a time the Lord stored these weapons. And for a time the Lord stored these weapons within these silos, so that when the time comes, he's going to draw these weapons, all right, these ICBM nuclear missiles, which are likened unto swords, man. All right, it's like you put a sword in a sheath. All right, when you're going to go to war, now you're going to take that sword out of the sheath. You're going to take the sword out of that sheath, all right, to go to war. Okay?
It says, That's in Job chapter 20, verse 25. It is drawn and cometh out of the body.
Yeah, the body represents the nuclear solid. All right, it represents the ICBM nuclear missile. Let's take a look at 16. Or you can see,
Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his dog.
Right, yeah, the glittering sword coming out of his jaw. So it's like a movie. Like again, you have a warrior that has a sword in a sheath. Now when he's going to go to war, he's going to pull that sword out of his sheath. And what's going to happen is, you see sometimes you have the sun, it beams on the sword glitters, man. All right? That represents the ICBM nuclear missile. When you're going to see that engine propelling the missiles from one end of the earth, even onto the next over here in America. Babylon the Great, man. All right? That's that glittering sword.
It says, terrors are upon him.
Yeah, terrors are upon who? Esau, Edom, Esau for white man, the devil. All right, specifically the least of Esau, Edom, man. Okay, and he's not going to escape.
Verse 26. It says, all darkness shall be hid.
Right, so all these Edomites, all these elites, they're going to be hiding in their mountains, man, in their secret places, their underground bunkers and all that. All right?
It says, in his secret places, a fire not blown shall consume.
Right, a fire not blown shall consume America, man, Babylon the Great. Because you see, the fire that's not going to be blown represents the fire from this ICBM nuclear missiles, man. Because for you to start a fire, you need three elements. You need fuel, air, and oxygen. Okay? But this is going to be a fire not blown. All right? That's going to consume this entire land, man. All right? Utterly, 1 hour.
Nuclear fission.
Yeah, nuclear fission, right. Because you see, back then, they had atomic bombs. During the time of World War II, you had Little Boy and Fat Man. All right? But over the process of time, they made hydrogen bombs, which became known as intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. All right? And hydrogen bombs, they detonate through something called fusion and fission. All right? So, right. So, fusion and fission. So now, these bombs, they can hold a lot more nuclear firepower. Okay? The first ICBM nuclear missile that was ever tested was called the Minuteman. That was made by the U.S. All right? It had a yield of, I think it was 20 megatons. All right? And onward, they started developing more. You had the Soviet, they made something called the Tsar bomb. That had 50 megatons. And explosion was said to have went around the earth breaking windows, man. So these weapons are very powerful. Right?
This is 2nd Ezra, 16 verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shoot are sharp.
Right, so strong is his right hand that bends the bow. All right, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah, is going to put his spirit upon these different nations. All right, to bend that bow. The bow represents the nuclear silence. What do you use a bow for? You put an arrow on, shoot the arrow from one spot to the next. But these bows and arrows are different. All right? The bow represents the silo and the arrow represents the nuclear missiles, man. Okay, that's going to be shot from these different countries over there in America.
For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shoot are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot in the ends of the world.
Right, so those ICBM nuclear missiles, they're not going to miss when they begin to be shot from these different countries over here into America, Babylon the Great. Because when you read Joel the 2nd chapter, it tells you that none shall break your ranks. All right? It's like a war movie, man. You know, you have the warriors, you know, they're born in sea. And America is known as the land of unwalled villages. All right? So these missiles, which are likened unto mighty men and horses, all right, they're going to leap over the missile defense systems of America and completely destroy this land utterly, leaving nothing but wait, okay?
Verse 14, behold, the plagues are sent.
Not that.
Second Ezra 16, verse 6. May any man drive away an hungry lion in the woods,
Right, so once again, the arrows that are shot, they're not going to miss. They're not going to return from whence they got shot from, man. All right, like the brother just said, may a person drive away a hungry lion? No, because when a lion is hungry, he's ready to eat. All right?
or may anyone quench the fire in a stubble. When it had begun to burn, verse 7, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer.
Right, so that's the question. Can anyone return an arrow that is shot from a mighty archer? The answer is no. As we read earlier, a little bit more down in the 13th verse, that strong, all right, is the right hand of the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that bendeth the bow. Because the Spirit of the Lord is going to be upon his missiles, man. All right?
Joel chapter 2, verse 7. They shall work like mighty men.
Right, so these missiles, like mighty men, they're going to run. And they're going to run from where they got shot from all the way up into the atmosphere, all the way over here to America, man. The land upon the wall village. And burn her up in fire.
They shall climb the wall like men of war.
They're going to climb the wall, meaning America's missile defense system. All right? Like men of war. Okay, like men of war that climb the walls of a city in the ancient world, so will those Accidental nuclear missiles climb the wall of America. That's going to break and enter into her cities and burn it with fire. Okay?
And they shall march every one on his way.
Right, they shall march everyone on his way, man. All right, from these different countries, they're going to march everyone on his way. From China, from Russia, from Iran, from North Korea, okay? Turkey, everyone in his way, man, to destroy America, Babylon the Great.
And they shall not break their ranks.
Right, they shall not break their ranks. Meaning that these missiles, you're not going to be able to stop them. All right, your missile defense. You're not going to be able to shoot a missile up and blow one missile up while it's coming. No, they're not going to break your ranks. They're going to leap over your walls, over your missile defense.
Neither shall one thrust another.
Right, so neither shall one of these missiles thrust another and causing it to explode. No, none of that's going to happen. The Lord said 200 million ICBM nuclear missiles are going to hit the shores of America. He literally means 200 million. Because within those missiles contains extra warheads. Right? Therefore, more warheads. All right? The missile that has more than 2 warheads. On the MARV, M-A-R-V. You can check it out.
Can I say something too on that? That proves that that's not talking about real men of war, because in real war, those things happen. Men break their ranks. Men thrust into one another by accident. Some men don't get over the wall. They got to stand back. So that proves that it ain't talking about real war, man. It's talking about nuclear war.
Yeah, and then they have to have like a catapult and shit.
Yeah.
The wall.
Yeah, the ladders and shit.
Yeah. And plus, when you look at ancient wars, you know, they have the ladder. They were trying to climb up the ladder. You will have men trying to pull them down, kick them
Kick
down.
the ladder down, yeah.
But, exactly. So these missiles, these horsemen, all right, they are going to leap over these walls, man. All right, over these missiles defenses.
And when they fall upon the sword,
The sword represents Esau, Edom, all right? The power structure, America, Babylon the Great, all right? And America also represents a hammer, too, which is going to be broken into pieces, man, by the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and Yahweh.
they shall not be wounded.
Right, they shall not be wounded. Because these missiles, with their mouth, they hurt. It's talking about Acts chapter 9.
Verse 9. They shall run to and fro in the city.
Right, meaning that when these missiles explode, the fire that's going to be coming from these ICBM missiles, they're going to run to and fro in your cities, man. Because you have two types of explosions when a nuclear missile explodes, man. You have an air explosion and you have a ground explosion. An air explosion, that's when you have the big fireballs and they expand. But a ground explosion is just you have the path of the explosion. Right? So these missiles, the destruction is going to go from flood cities, man. Alright? You see what's going to be melted.
They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the house. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief.
Yeah, so when you people are having fun, partying, just like in the days of Noah, that's the same way these missiles are going to come upon you, man. Like a thief that's going to enter into your window and burn you up, burn you away.
The earth shall quake before them.
Yeah, like it says in Isaiah 24, alright, the earth shall rock, shall reel to and fro. Alright? So these missiles are going to cause the earth to reel to and fro, man.
This is Isaiah 24 and verse 20. Isaiah 24 verse 20. The earth shall reel to and fro.
Right? So the earth will reel to and fro because of these ICBM nuclear missiles that are going to be shot from these different countries over here into America. Babylon the Great. Burn her up in fire, man. Okay? The earth is going to reel to and fro.
It's going to create an earthquake. Right. It says, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again.
Right, so once this missile destroy this place, man, that's going to be the end of Esau's power struggle. That's going to be the beginning of Jacob's rulership. Like it tells you in 2nd Ezra 6th chapter. Alright? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of his power. Because all Esau does is transgress the laws of the Most High Yahweh Shai, and carry out and do nothing but iniquity. With the word iniquity means evil doing, man. His laws are wicked, man. He goes from country to country, alright, trying to establish so-called democracy. You know?
They got something going into the mission, right? This is Revelation chapter 9, verse, I'll start at 6. It says, and the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar which is before the Most High, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the four angels were loose. Basically, these are four angels. The four angels is holding back the destruction, the nuclear destruction when you read Revelation the 7th chapter, right? There's the four angels, Michael, Raphael, Uriel, and Gabriel. Gabriel. I said, yeah, Gabriel. Yep. All right. So they're holding back the destruction, the nuclear destruction. It says, and the four angels were loose, which were forbid for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year,
For to slay the third part of men. This is talking about the so-called white man, because the Lord created three classifications of men. You have the sons of the Most High, which are the children of Israel, and you have the sons of men, which are the other nations. And you have the sons of the wicked, which is the so-called white man, or the nation of Edom. All right? And that's the third part of men that's going to be destroyed. Meaning what? The so-called white man,
or the nation of Edom, is going to be taken out of power after this nuclear onslaught. It reads, it says, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000.
200 million ICBM nuclear missiles. That's going to be the number of the horsemen. Just like the brother was reading in Joel the 2nd chapter. Alright? Also in Joel the 20th chapter.
And I heard the number of them, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of Jason, and brimstone.
Represents them actually giving them the missiles, man. Because horses, they don't have on Jason, metal and all that. Horses are mammals, man. They're animals that people, ride on. They use. But these horses are the ICBM nuclear missiles, man. Okay? Because you see, they're going to have engines that are going to be used that's going to propel them from one country to the next, all the way over here to America.
Yeah, the horses represent power, and the missiles are powerful, man. All right? And you people, you're going to get the full effect of the power of the nuclear missile. Okay? Which basically goes back to what the brother was reading in Joel the second chapter, going into the horses being the missile. The scripture tells you precept upon precept. All right? Showing you that those horses that Joel was talking about is actually ICBM missiles. All right? Reading on, it says, "In the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions."
Right, the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, which represents the warheads, man. Because within those warheads, that's where you have all nuclear fissions and all that stuff occurs. All right, that's where the power lies, man, in the warheads. Okay?
"And out of their mouths issues fire and smoke and brimstone."
Right, and out of their mouth, out of their warheads, issues fire and smoke and brimstone, man. All right, that's going to melt these people into nothing and destroy the whole land of America, man. Okay?
Hey, because inside of those missiles, in the warhead, you have multiple missiles inside of it, man. All right. So when the missile is actually in its mid-course phase and getting ready to return to the Earth, the warhead actually shoots out smaller missiles, man. All right.
Yeah, the cone breaks off, and then the missile, they would leave the warhead, and then they would all go down and destroy their target.
That's right. It says, "And out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone." By these three was the third part of men killed.
Right, so as we said earlier, the third part of men represents Esau, Edom. Esau called white man, the devil. That's the Bible speaks of, right? Okay? And this, after Esau, after his kingdom is destroyed, once again, that's going to be the beginning of Jacob's rulership, man. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, you Israelites, beginning to select.
By the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issue out of their mouth.
Right.
For their power is in their mouth.
Right, so for their power is in their mouth. That's what it's called war head. Right, because your head represents power, man. Okay?
Well, it said the head were like lions. All right, in the mouth of a lion, the lion's mouth and their teeth is where their power is at, man.
Right.
All right? It says, for their power is in their mouth and in their tails.
And in their tail, because their tail is where the engine lies, man. The engine which propels them from one end of the heavens to the next, man. Like right here. This represents this represents the tail right here, alright? This represents the warhead. So their tails is going to propel them from one end of the heaven, even all the way over here to America. And once they're about to hit their destination, this right here, the cone right here, is going to break apart. All those warheads are going to start coming right down.
It says, for their tails were like unto serpents.
Yeah, so once it got shot off, you hear like a smoke. That looks like a serpent, like a snake. Regular snake. No?
And had heads, and with them they do hurt.
Right, and with them they do hurt. So the warheads, they do hurt, and they will hurt. They're going to hurt the power structure of Esau, man. And the wicked, 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Okay?
That was the point on that. Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
Yeah, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. right? What's going to cause that day to burn like an oven? Those ICBMs with the missiles, man. Right?
All the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubbled.
Right, and who's the proud? The proud represents Esau here, the so-called white man, the third of the nation of Israel. They're the proud, and they do evil every single day, man. You got niggas getting pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, niggas committing adultery with their favorite wife, all right, niggas stealing from each other, all right, defrauding another. And then you have the so-called white man who's shooting on righteous decrees. Or it's okay to have sex with an animal, you know, bestiality and all that bullshit, man. You got gay, so-called gay rights, you got feminism, all right, that's wicked.
It says, in the day that cometh, I'll burn them up.
Right, so there's a day that's going to come that's going to burn them up, man. That day is when the Lord Yahweh shall return.
It says, in the day cometh that shall burn them up, says the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Right, so the time is coming when Esau Edom, this empire is going to be burned up, man, leaving nothing behind. Not only that too, but after 1,000 years of him still in slavery under the nation of Israel, this man is going to be annihilated. He's going to be exterminated, man. The truth is going to die at 18 verse. Right? Isaiah 9:5.
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused glory.
Right, so when you look at an ancient battle is comprised of men going to battle with swords in their hands, man, spears, bows, all right, screaming loudly. Because back then, men, you know, they had a high testosterone, adrenaline. All right, so when they went to war, they won't go to war with these things, man. All right, that's how an ancient war would be like. But this war,
it says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
right? But this war is going to be with burning and fuel of fire. Because this is going to be the third war, man. All right? This is going to be the third war of the war, man.
25. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 25.
9 and 5.
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 19. Through the wrath of Yahweh of hosts is the land darkened.
Right, so the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Shai, all right, the Lord of hosts, Lord of armies, right, Yahweh of hosts, is this land that is darkened, man. Because guess what, when the Lord comes back, he's coming back with chariots, so-called UFOs. All right, you deliver, elect, and destroy and murder, and carry on the weight. Those chariots, those so-called UFOs, are going to darken the whole land.
We waiting for the pod, because the pod's going to put his phone in. He called me up. Yeah, the pod.
So through the wrath of Yahweh of hosts is the land darkened. And the people,
And the land is also going to be darkened because these ICBM missiles are going to blot out the sun, man. The light of the sun. Remember, 200 million ICBM missiles, man. It's like a bow that's being shot like in 300. All right? And yeah, like in movie 200, when Leonidas was a guy who had a Xerxes, he had his whole army, thousands of arrows, all right, in the sky, blotting out the sun upon Leonidas, man. Revelation 9:16.
And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000.
Yeah, so the number of the army of the horses, ICBM missiles, are going to be 200,000. Represents 200 million ICBM missiles, man. That's a lot of nuclear missiles, man. That's a lot of power. Yeah, right. A lot of warheads. So that's where they're going to do their hurt. Here, their warheads. Okay? That's those warheads. Which are likened unto the heads of lions. All right?
This is Joel 2 verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
Right. And right now we are blowing the trumpet in Zion, man. The trumpet represents the prophets coming out in the highways and byways, warning the nation of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians from the future of faith, man. We are warning you by blowing the trumpet, all right, telling you the prophets what's going to happen before it happens. All right, in Zion. Zion represents Israel. Zion in the Hebrew is Zion, monument. Who is a monument of the Lord Yahweh Bashem, God, the nation of Israel. So we are warning you Israelites.
From me, the reason why we keep coming out, the Lord Yahweh Bashem outside, men out here like an alarm clock. That's why we come out here every Saturday. That's why we're continually out here throughout the whole year. Got it?
So Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
So how the Israelites going to wake out here? They need an alarm clock. Yahweh Bashem outside for us here at the alarm clock trying to wake up the elect. That's what's taking place, man. That's why it says here in Joel 2 verse 1, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, like the prophet said, Zion represents you so to black, Native Americans, right? But the Lord wants to go up out here for the elect of our nation. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my whole mountain. That aligns with what the Apostle Paul was saying to the Israelites in Rome, man. Right? Well, now it's time to awake out of sleep. So how do we awake? That alarm. Where do you alarm from, man?
And high time basically meaning like it's almost too late.
Right.
Like high time is like the last alarm that you can catch.
Yeah,
You
no
keep
more
snoozing it, exactly. You keep snoozing it,
Wide
but
awake.
you gotta finally wake up. Yeah, you gotta finally wake up.
You're gonna miss the bus.
That's right.
No?
Yeah, that's right.
No? So it says,
Like,
let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai cometh. For it is nigh at hand. Like you said, it is nigh at hand. Man. It's here now. The destruction is here. It's evident it's here because before Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai always brings the destructions of what? It says 47 to prophets, man. You know? So it says in verse 2, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and it's strong. And that's a metaphor for the ICBM, man, for the nuclear missiles. They're being compared to a great army, man. Right? It says, they have not been ever the like, neither shall any more after it. That's why the prophet Isaiah said in Isaiah 9 verse 5 about this battle that's about to take place. It's going to be a battle like the ancient days, that's the paraphrasing. It's going to be a new battle that's going to be filled with fuel and burning fire. That's the paraphrasing. Right? It's going to come by way of these ICBMs. That's it. Because why? What did he say in Psalms? No, Isaiah, the second chapter. It's about how the nations are going to beat their swords into plowshares, man. Right? So there's not going to be any more war here on earth after this destruction, man. It says, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. It says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them.
Behind them the flame burning, right? I represent the all right? And behind them, we gotta get it.
Joel 2 verse 3. A fire devoureth before them.
Fire devour before them represents destruction.
Right.
All right? That these ICBM nuclear missiles are going to cause upon America, man. Babylon the Great.
Okay?
And behind them a flame burning.
Right, the engines that propel them. All right? That's where that flame is burning behind them. That rocket, right?
The propeller.
Propeller, right.
It says the land is as the garden of Eden before them.
Because America, it's a beautiful land. It has a lot of trees and all that. It says the garden of Eden. But guess what? In 1 hour, this whole land is going to be burnt up, man. 200 million ICBM missiles.
It says, and behind them a desolate wilderness, and nothing shall escape them.
Because once these missiles hit, this whole continent is going to be destroyed, man. All right, behind them is like a grand desert. All right.
Yes. This is Revelation 18, and I'm gonna start with 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich with abundance of her delicacy.
Right. So all these different nations, they made deals, they made trades with America, man. All right. They drunk of their wine. They took on her philosophies, her ways, her laws, democracy. Right, that's why all these nations are mad. Once you drink too much wine, you become intoxicated. You start staggering, you start losing your train of thought, and that's what happens to all these nations. But now they're waking up to America's bullshit, man.
And I heard another voice from heaven say, come out of her, my people.
Right, come out of her, all right, the nation of Israel, the elect of the nation of Israel, come out of America spiritually. Arise and depart. This is not your rest. All right, America is not the place where it's not the place of our rest.
That's
right?
why we go into the election and cleaned up for your charity. You know? You know your
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Yeah, so the Apostle John is seeing a vision of the elect of the nation of Israel being cleaned up into the heavens, into the church, right? To the spiritual bit, but people while they're living 2 years old. Right?
It says, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plague.
Yeah, that you receive not of her plague. What is saying Zechariah? How is that for?
This is 7. It says, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Back in Joel chapter 2, verse. Yep, Joel 2, verse 3. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden.
Revelation 18 and 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall...
Ezekiel 38, verse 11. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unruled villages. I will go to them that are at rest.
That are rest, that's Garden of Eden. America is the Garden of Eden. So-called white man. All right? This is his kingdom. This is heaven.
Paradise.
Paradise. Exactly. Okay? That's why you know, the connection. Because why would a Mr. Thomas before them of the Garden of Eden? Because what? Because you know, first, what's level?
A dumb Edomite that's so-called wealthy will thrive. Right. And a smart Jake will struggle.
Right.
Chubby Bush.
Right. Yeah. So you got people that's living great here in America. They got all the finances and they're living in heaven on earth. All right. And they live the liberty to me. They have anything that they wanted to do. America's nothing but a fucking commerce state. Okay. Sorry, a commerce city. Any time of the night, you want to get something to eat, go out there and get something to eat. There's so much fat people in America, it's unbelievable. All right? And the majority of people in the world, they're not fat like these Americans. The American people, why? Because they look delicious. They are rest. They're not fucking okay? Everybody else is catching hell. You got people in Venezuela catching hell. You got people in Iraq catching hell. You got people all over the world. Honduras, Ecuador, all over the Caribbean islands. They all catching hell. For one place out of all places on the planet Earth that's doing great is here in America. All right? Why? Because the Lord said this the best for last. That's why they said, we got
Back in Joel, back in Ezekiel 38, verse 11, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unruled villages.
what?
ancient world villages or cities had walls to protect themselves. All right. So when somebody comes, they have to come to the gate, and they got to submit the leaders of that city. And they question them, like, why are you here for? Conduct your business. Nothing about the business. All right. But America is not like that. It's just an open shop. It's an open. Whatever. All right. There's no protection. Even though this guy trying to put a wall down in the Mexico, they ain't shit. They're talking about. Really talking about it's moving as the foot system. It doesn't have that. All right. While America is busy building up. They work with the units all this. Russia's been building up the same fucking death of ancient and the silver. He's the Olympics, man. They was getting rid of veterans throughout the whole time when they wasn't really USSR, man. So the whole time from the 80s time period now, it has been building up. Okay? So that evil thought is gonna come in their mind, like, yo, these Americans over there, they had it fucking good. Alright? My kids is dying over here. Put that button. They don't want to do it, but the Lord will put that spirit on them to do that shit. Alright?
Isaiah 13, verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them.
And how you stir something up? This is the Lord stirring up their mind. Alright? He's putting in mind, like, look, put that in right. Russia really got involved after the fact that and Russia was really in a golden state for a long period of time. They're like, whatever Americans do.
But that tension has been there since the Cold War.
Exactly.
Since after World War II, there's always been heavy tension between the United States and Russia. All right, that tension never really went away, man. Yeah? You know, and the Lord, He just kept escalating it, right? As time went by. Yeah? You know, because what?
Russia was in Afghanistan, and America helped with Afghanistan people to take Russia out of there. And 20-something odd years later, who's over there? America. All right.
Real quick. In the 70s, I remember in 79, you had Brzezinski, I can't pronounce his first name, but he was telling the Afghans that this is your land. And they were saying that Afghanistan was Russia's Vietnam. After Afghanistan, Russia fell in 1991 as the USSR. They fell as an empire because they spent most of their assets in Afghanistan, and that's how the Taliban got strong, because they left their military vehicles over there, their tanks, their Humvees, a lot of weaponry. So that's how the Taliban really got put on, you know, because what happened. But they were saying, even Alexander the Greek said that they didn't want to go over to the Arabia because that was a graveyard for many empires, man. So Afghanistan is going to be the United States 18-year war is going to be their demise, man. Because they spent 18 years over there in Afghanistan for the poppy fields, man, and for the lithium. That's all I'm going to say, bro.
And it was a movie with Tom Hanks. I forgot the name of it.
Saving Private Ryan.
No.
Not that one?
He was like a congressman, and he helped the Afghans take Russia out. Because, like you said, that was their proxy war. That was a proxy war. That's what it was.
Good.
All right? Like everything else, it's a proxy. The proxy war means it's a war between those two nations. Direct. They would have some type of, they would use somebody else to fight their war for them.
And what the United States did was Al-Qaeda was called the base. Al-Qaeda, used that word, was called the base. And in 1979, Brzezinski, I can't pronounce his first name, Zigaboo, whatever his name is, he's dead now, bro. But Brzezinski was funding them Afghanis to go up against Russia, and that was Russia's Vietnam. The United States Vietnam was Vietnam. So what they did was, that's how Russia collapsed. They put most of their resources into their military. And look at the regions of Afghanistan.
it's mountainous, man. So you gotta go up. While them fucking Afghans is pointing down with their machinery, cutting you down, man. And so, yeah, bro.
Isaiah 13, verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the means against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
What? You can't buy off this judgment. You can't have that conversation like you're patient. That's the truth. Alright? You can't, this thing that's about to happen, this section about to happen. Right? But you can't buy your way out of judgment. The so-called white person get a so-called true boy to get himself out of anything. You can bribe the judge, you can bribe the prosecutor, you can do a whole bunch of shit. But when it comes to every time, you can't buy your way out of this shit. Alright? This is something that the law had planned from the very beginning. Alright? So you gotta put it in your mind, not to get one silver, no gold. Word, eh? Because your first one is silver and gold like the first one. Then you take them. It's useless right now. It's like the Romans, the way the Romans, they're
Denario.
Oh, right there, denario. It was devalued. So back then you can't buy off somebody else and say, take this. This shit not real silver or gold. It's useless. Alright?
Yeah. Reading on, it says, their bones also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb.
Well, because of what? America itself. Alright? What people don't understand, America puts herself on no pay itself. So these burger shops, because the international, alright, with all these people that own some type of property here in America, we need what? Land. Now, 1971, if I'm not mistaken, the EPA was established because the EPA was Environmental Protection Agency, which I believe France figured out that America didn't have no ships to back up their zones. So the only way America said you can have anything will give you a piece of land. So let's take the land. So who's part of the land? The people. Alright? So you people technically own, China owns the majority of you people right now. Russia, all these other nations own the majority of you people because of the fact the land that you're sitting on, that's theirs. Alright? So they're not going to regard nothing. Nothing you say or do because you're their property. Okay? So the world is mad deep when you really think about it. That's why America has so much goddamn debt. Okay? They can't pay it back. So the only thing that's left is what?
America's basically a spider trapped in its own web. When you look at it.
Because what? Rich always want to get rich. They always try to find a way to fucking suck the life out of the people. Because when a spider catches you, you can't go nowhere. And it's a slow process of death. Alright? It's going to wet you up, it's going to suck you dry. That's what it's doing to the people. Okay? So this web that the so-called white man has done to his own trap. Alright? His own fucking trap. Okay?
He's going to say, and their eyes shall not spare the children, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency.
What are who's the Chaldees? The Chaldees are the mad guys of that time. The Chaldees are the who's that today? They're Illuminati. Alright? The beauty of the Chaldees, this is the beauty. There was a term that they came up back when the Illuminati was established. It was a new world. Atlantis. Everybody heard of it. It's like, oh, Atlantis got sunk and this and that. No, we living on Atlantis. This is their master plan. The high technology, everything that you could do, things that you could never imagine in that time. Alright? So this is the beauty, this is their masterful plan. Okay? That's come to life. That's become their new world order. This is it. This is the ground zero for it all, man. This is why when it says in Jeremiah 37, it's never gonna be like this ever again because it's in fact it's gonna happen to our people, man. Alright? This never happened before. This new world was never established the way it is right now. Okay? Yeah, now you gotta go and take the subway, you gotta have a fucking you're not even a fucking car no more. You gotta use your fucking phone.
All right? You go to the doctor to get x-rays. They can't even tell you what's wrong with you. They give you more pills on top of more pills. More fucking demons come on people. People are bugged out their fucking mind. People one day want to be a man and next minute they can be a man or woman, whatever. Or they can turn themselves into a giant snake. It's this utter madness in this fucking, this is their heaven. Alright? Yes, the reason to say the beauty of the child, his excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. The beautiful state how America was in the start. And right now, we're not living in a beautiful state of America. We're just living in a technological boom. The beauty of America was right after World War II. That's when everything was skyrocketing. Everybody was doing good. This week alone, the stock market was fucking pumping. It came back. All this shit happened. And the people, like, you can't even predict anymore what's going to happen. So this is like a beauty part. The beauty was after World War II. That's when America really became that superpower on planet Earth. But you can go wherever you want on the Earth and say, I'm American.
Hey, they only had a decade-long run, man. Exactly. From the 50s to the 60s, that was it. Once the 60s came in, that was a wrap, man. You know? That's when America really started going downhill. Yeah?
That was right after Albuquerque. The Lord put the spirit of Albuquerque to go up there. What did they send them? Send those missiles up there? They send those rockets up there? That was the beginning of the end. All right? The end. Yeah, you're going to always have the rich become the super rich, but the riches don't mean nothing right now because the riches ain't shit. All right? So you're not living in the glorious time. We're living in the end time of the dawn. All right? This is a make or break, period. Yes, I know.
Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
Why did the Lord say prepare this to the Gentiles? Because one thing you have to understand, you don't have the 18 nations. All those nations on the planet Earth, they were once mighty nations, right? They all had either they ruled the known world at the time, but they were mighty people. So the Lord said prepare, wake them up. So all these nations, all right, from Edom on down, because Edom was what? The Greeks, all right, and the Romans, and we know what they did. But Moab was big, Ammon was big, Ashur was, all these nations were at one period of time were great. So the Lord is preparing all these nations once again to get off that fucking that weak mind state of these asses prepared for fucking war. What war? World War III, man. Alright? You know. It says, wake up the mighty men. And that's waking up that ancient world spirit, man. And how do you do that? By famine, by starvation, by destiny, and their particular men. Those Afghans, those kids that grew up in Afghanistan, compared to kids that grew up in the hood, there's no comparison, man. Alright? Those people went through some shit. We went through something. We think we went through something. But these other nations, they went through some heavy shit. So the Lord put that all those habits in their mind, all those shits in their head. What? Wake up. You wake up that mighty spirit that was in them.
Hey, well, that's what's happening right now. This prophecy is happening at this very moment, man. Why do you think there's all this shit going on right now out there around the Persian Gulf? All the Persian Gulf states, all right? Then you got the U.S. They done sent the Navy fleet out there, right? For what? Basically to prepare for war.
Who are they preparing to go to war with? Iran, right? Now Iran is like, yo, they basically saying, fuck America, man. Okay? They're saying you want to keep putting these sanctions on us, then we gonna cut off your oil route, man. And we're gonna shut the Persian Gulf down. And they're giving the other countries some time to basically figure out what they're gonna do. Either you gonna fucking side with America, all right, or we gonna shut your oil route off, man. Simple as that. All right, and we're gonna keep enriching our uranium, man. All right, yeah, the Strait of Hormuz, that's what it's called. All right, but that's where a great majority of the world's oil through them oil tankers go through to transport oil all around the world, man. All right.
And it ain't just Iran's oil. You got oil from Saudi Arabia that comes from out of there. Oil from Iraq. Oil from Kuwait. You know, that's why the apostle stresses to do geography, man. So you can see this region, that's basically this Middle Eastern region that's going to lead to a great war, man. All right. And then you got all these other countries and nations shooken up, mainly the Western nations, man, because they trying to figure out what the hell we going to do. What are we going to do? All right? Because if Iran blocks the oil off, then we fucked. All right? And then if we buy oil from Iran, then we got a problem with the United States of America, man. All right? So all these nations are basically waking up, and they're gathered about in the Middle Eastern region to figure out what the hell they're going to do. They don't want the U.S. and Iran to go to a war because they know what that's going to lead to, man. All right? They know other countries are invested, other powerful countries are invested in Iran, and if the United States ever did strike Iran, then that's going to lead to World War III. Everybody knows about that, man. All these other countries, these powerful nations, they already know that if America strikes Iran, that's going to lead to nothing but World War III, man. All right? In these countries, they don't really want to take it there, man. They don't want to take it there. But you got these goddamn these fucking warmongers, man. All right? Especially that welfare state of Israel, man. Benjamin Netanyahu, you got John Bolton, all right? The national security advisor to the president, all right? That's pushing for war, man. And it's mainly the elites, man, the global elites, all right? Who basically want control over Iran. They want control over Iran. Because Iran, they've been kicked out them big time oil corporations that are set up by the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, man. All right? They've been kicked them big oil companies out, man. And what the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers want, they want to put their oil companies back in there, man. And have total control. That's what it's all about, man. That's what this whole thing is about. And all these other nations, they've woken up and they've gathered together and preparing for war, man. All right? You can go right back to that in Joel. Yeah, so anybody talking about the Bible's not real, all right, you don't know a goddamn thing, man. That's because the Most High ain't working with you, man. All right? Because you can't find none of them other prophecies and them other books that you reading, man. All right? Where in the hell in the Quran does it talk about World War III, man? All right? Or the coming of the Lord, or the kingdom of heaven. Or that the so-called white man is the devil, or the nation of Edom, or any other nation for that matter, man. All right? Okay? The prophecies are in the Bible. This is the word of the Heavenly Father, man. Go ahead, finish that off.
What it says, Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
Talking about the natural Gentiles. All right, the other nations. Okay? You got the Chinese, you got the Arabs, you got the East Indians. Okay, you got the so-called white man. All right? You got all these other nations gathered out there in the Middle East. Right? And they've woken up to the fact that America is weakened, man. Okay? That America is weakened financially. All right? Well, economically and financially, that's pretty much the same damn thing. Okay? All right? And then also, that they're basically meeting America on the same playing field when it comes to the weapons of mass destruction. Go ahead.
Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Keep your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears.
That's right. Plowshares and pruning hooks are what? Those are tools of agriculture, man. All right? So what the Lord is basically saying is till the land. Till the land, all right? And the money that you get from agriculture, invest that into your weaponry, man. And your weapons of mass destruction. That's why Iran is building their nuclear arsenal. That's why countries that were considered third world at one time, like Afghanistan, all right, and Pakistan, have nuclear facilities and they have nuclear weapons, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says, let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathens.
Yeah, that's right. At one time, those nations were considered weak to America. They were in fear of America. All right? America at one time was a superpower. But now these other nations are losing their power. Okay? All right? Yeah, read that part one more time.
It says, assemble yourselves
And come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither calls thy mighty one.
Somebody else get Revelation
to come down
16
on your
and
high
16.
mountain.
Go right along with that.
Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Yeah, the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat, meaning what? The Heavenly Father's judgment, all right? That's talking about that Middle Eastern region where all those wars are being fought at. Whether they call it the war on terror, all right? Or a war to establish democracy, okay? In those Arab countries, man, all right? That whole region, that's the place where the Lord is going to gather all armies to judge them. The valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay?
For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Yeah, so that's where the Lord is going to judge all the heathen round about. All right? And the prophecy, see, a lot of you dumb niggas, you don't watch the news, man. You don't know what the hell is going on. All right? You don't watch the news. You're not into geopolitics. Okay? You don't pay attention to current events or anything like that, man. All right? Because if you knew anything, you would know that the United States have a Navy fleet out there in the Persian Gulf, and they plan on deploying 120,000 troops, man, into that region. In what? In preparation to strike Iran with cruiser missiles. All right? They got B-52 fighter jets out there in the whole nine, man. Ready to go to war with Iran. Okay? And where is that at? That's out there in the Middle East, man. All right? You had an operation that went down in Syria. You had an operation that went down in Iraq. You had an operation that went down in Afghanistan. Okay? All over that Middle East region. It's been constant war, man. All right? That's why the Lord got all these troops gathered out there to work, so he can finally judge them. The Lord said he's going to destroy all the armies of the nation. Right? In Isaiah the 34th chapter, it says that, man. All right? Get Revelation 16 and 16 real quick. Hold the scripture. You notice that they can't get out of it. They're in the quagmire. They're in the quagmire.
Because either they leave, they lose their position. They find themselves they stuck.
Yep, that's right.
That's the Lord.
Yeah, just like ancient Rome, their armies were spread thin. Their armies were spread thin. All right? For what? For trying to do global control. All right? Well, how the second chapter tells you that, man. All right? Get that in Revelation real quick. Got it, go ahead.
Revelation chapter 16, verse 16. And he gathered them together into a place.
Who's gathering them together? The Heavenly Father, man. All right? The Most High himself. Okay? All right? Brother read out the scripture how the Lord will stir up their minds, man. All right? Will stir up the minds of the Medes, the Russians, which is basically the Russians. Okay? In what? In preparation for war. Okay? So the Lord got all these nations gathered together with. We got to get
Revelation chapter 16, verse 16. And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon.
Armageddon. All right? All you people, you church goers, this is the Armageddon. This is the Armageddon. Y'all think that, y'all getting things confused, man. To show you that y'all don't study the meaning of words, man. All right? That shows you don't study the meaning of words. Okay? Because y'all basically think that the end of the world is the Armageddon. All right? The Armageddon has been going on for a minute now, man. All right? The Armageddon has been going on for a minute. So the word Armageddon is a Hebrew word, Armageddon, all right, which means a mountain of truth, all right. Salakia. The word Har in the Hebrew means mountain. Gadron is plural for truth. The word Gad, like you got the tribe of Gad, which are the North American Indians, means truth. And when you put the one on the end of it, that makes it plural. So when you put Har, Magadwan, Har, mountain, Ma, meaning of, Gadwan, means truth. Mountain of truth. All right? Okay? Not the great apocalypse of the destruction, of the global destruction. No. I mean, that's the place where the Lord said he's going to gather the truth at, man. And there's no other region on earth where there's a higher concentration of truth than the Middle East, man. All right? So this is prophecy being fulfilled right before your eyes, man. But the 2/3 of you are too goddamn dumb. You weren't set up to get it, man, to understand it.
All right?
Verse 17. And the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne, saying, "It is done."
That's right. It is done. All right? Meaning what? That's where the Most High is going to judge the nations, man. Okay? That's where the Most High is going to judge the nations. Meaning what? Well, really the whole planet Earth, man. Because in the process of that battle, that's when Yahweh Shah is going to come with the angels, man. All right? And the Most High is going to get involved in it and destroy the nations, man. All right? And ultimately, America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, man. All right? Go ahead.
And there was voices, thunders, and lightning, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were.
Okay, read that.
It says, and there were voices, and thunders, and lightning, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth.
Somebody get that in Isaiah 24? The earth real to and fro?
Isaiah 24.
Yep, so I can hold that. Read that one more time. Then we're going to jump.
And there were voices and thunder and lightning, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth.
Yeah, and that earthquake represents missiles being shot from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth. Coming from both sides, one hemisphere to the next. Because America's going to go, they're going to launch missiles at Russia, China, all right, and other countries that they got issues with, right? All right, and in turn, every other country with nuclear capability are going to launch their missiles at the United States of America, right? So that's going to lead to what? The earthquake, all right? That's going to lead to the earthquake. Go ahead.
Says, so mighty an earthquake and so great, and the great city was divided into three parts, and the cities of the nations fell. And great Babylon came in remembrance before the Most High.
That's right, man. And where's Babylon? Babylon is America, man. All right? And our Lord and Savior, he's gonna play a major part in taking down the nation, man. All right? He's gonna play a major part in taking down the nation. All right? Because the Chinese, they're not gonna rule next. Okay? Russia, they're not gonna rule. The Arab countries, they're not gonna rule either, man. Okay? Yahweh Shah is coming back to do what? To raise up the children of Israel for leadership. All right? The whole day, keep the scripture in Isaiah 24.
Isaiah 24:20. It says, the earth shall read to and fro like a drunkard.
Yup, read it again.
This is Isaiah 24:20. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard.
Yeah, so the earth is going to literally reel, right, or be shifted off of its axis, man. From what? From the impact of all nuclear missiles that are stored in the world being shot at each other, man. Okay? Being shot from one continent to the next. All right? That's going to cause a major earthquake, and that's going to tilt the earth off its axis, man. So everybody's going to feel the effect of the missiles. Okay? No matter where you at on the planet Earth. Why? Because the earth is going to quake. You might not be in one of those, you might not be residing in one of those countries that are marked for nuclear destruction, but nevertheless you're going to feel the effects of it because whatever land you stand on is going to shake and it's going to quake. Right? All right? From the impact of missiles being launched from one continent to the next. All right?
It says, it shall be moved like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again.
That's right, man. Okay? Who's going to fall and not rise again? The so-called white man, the nation of Edom. Okay? Why? Because the children of Israel are going to be the next ones to come up. All right?
Revelation 6, verse 15. And the kings of the earth, and great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and the wrath of the land.
Why would they do that?
Right.
Because they're going to hold entire earth to the foot of it. They're going to fill the earth to the world. You know? That's why they're going to be like, yo, rock, kill it. You know? When you better put the steps in the wrath of the land. And who's that land? It's Yahweh Shah. That's what it said. It comes as come in.
Lion of the tribe of Judah.
Revelation 19 and 30, it says, and he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean, and out of his mouth goes a strong sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he should rule them with a rod of iron. It says Revelation 9 verse 15, and out of his mouth goes a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he should rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress, the fierceness and wrath of the mighty power of the Almighty. The Lord is ocean by the heavenly Father. The basically said to him, like, look, make them feel my wrath. Alright? And the Lord is a manifestation of the Lord's wrath, man. Okay? To put it in some notion, that's why they said the wrath of the Lamb. The Lord is coming in the stead of his father. His father's not to get out of the throne or do anything. He basically he said he gave him a key. You're anointed, gonna fuck shit up. Alright? That's how the most powerful the heavenly father. That's how powerful it is. The heavenly father gave to his heart to God the son to basically say, well, fuck you, fuck. Alright? Alright? Make him feel my wrath. And then you think that Yahweh Shai gonna hold back? That's why they said, like, take the rock from upon them. You're just like, damn, we can't escape him. Alright? Because that's the wrath of the heavenly father. And so then have a quick and so heavy and not as that's how bad it is.
Because life in itself is wiped out. And that's the wrath of the Lord, right? Like he said, the Lord is going to put his spirit on those listeners, man. Alright? The Lord is going to put his spirit on those listeners. Angry, how hot he is right now. To get the fucking thing obliterated, man.
I got one real quick. It's going to be 2nd Ezra 16 and 11. The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence.
The Lord has threatened, who should not be utterly beaten. So you get mad at us for saying what we're saying. We just a mouthpiece of the Heavenly Father, right? Because once he's out of the street, the talking is over. Alright? It's over. So what is the next after the talk is over? Action. Hunting. Alright? That's destruction. That's what's next. And the Lord is not saying he's going to open the book for you and tell you that. He's flooding the world with water. He's going to flood this world with fucking fire, man. And still preserve people. Hey, you know the difference between those people back then and now? Yeah, they suffer with victory. That's better. But these people that's going to suffer now are going to suffer far worse. Because they're going to kill it. They're going to cut all that fucking billions of people. The greed, alright? The Lord's going to keep his spirit going. And then top of all that, you can be safe somewhere in the middle of the world, and you're going to be completely out of your foundation.